there's these like snark pages. I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm ever on here, like, ooh, like I'm gonna like be so upset. And then I go and there were all these things about me. It was the craziest thing. The ones that hurt the most, I guess, are the ones that like you kind of know are true. Someone on Reddit was like, she's built like SpongeBob. I've heard it all. She's so annoying. She never shuts up about her abs. I think it was in the summer. Someone was like, I will pay you like, however much if you just mail me your gym shorts. When I would post myself partying, they'd be like, who would want a party girl as their coach? Okay, she does go buck wild on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just living this like super disciplined lifestyle all the time. They don't even know what animal-based is, and they're like, you're eating so much fruit, you're stupid. I'm like, okay.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Maddie.
And this is the Newport Psycho.
We are joined today by my woman crush. I'm literally obsessed with you. I stalk you on Instagram and TikTok like I'm a freak, but you're literally perfect and you're so adorable.
Washboard abs.
Stop.
Yeah. Miss Logan Polk. Tell us a little bit about yourself, baby.
So I'm an online fitness coach and I do like fitness TikToks, fitness Instagram posts. I've been doing it since I was 18, but in July is when I launched my coaching program. And it just, at first it was kind of flopping, and then it randomly just popped off like around like October, and I kind of just got like thrown in with the wolves, like, because the company I work with, they were just like, it usually does not grow this quick. And so I have 2 assistants now, and it's just crazy.
You're building your little empire, chick.
And how old are you?
21, turning 22 on Thursday.
Happy early birthday, first of all. Second of all, you were almost 22 and you have 2 assistants. Like, this is like life, girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
So, Logan, we kind of know your background and everything. Who or what is your psycho?
My psycho is social media and just the crazy ass people you come across on there. I remember when I first started posting, I didn't really get hate. It was all like really sweet comments. But starting like 2024 is when it really got like bad out of nowhere, because it just started popping off.
Yep.
And
the trolls start coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah. Someone commented one day like, oh my gosh, Logan, you're all over Reddit. And Reddit is bad. If you're on Reddit, oh no.
Nope. You're like, I don't want to be on there. What was it about?
Is that like an actual thing? If like someone gets on Reddit, it's like you're automatically like in the in the bad?
Reddit is, there's these like snark pages, and there's one called Gym Snark. And they put all the fitness influencers on there, and I would check it here and there just to see what people are saying about other people in the industry. But I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm ever on here, like, ooh, like I'm gonna like be so upset. And then I go, and there were all these things about me. It was the craziest thing. I remember I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm on Reddit. She's like, oh, like they must think you're just so cute. I was like, no,
I love it.
Mom, the comments are not saying that.
I'm like,
what?
Yeah. And it was just the ones that hurt the most, I guess, are the ones that like you kind of know are true. Like the comments, someone on Reddit was like, she's built like SpongeBob. And I was like, I see it. I kind of see it. I have a really short torso. And I was like, they got me.
You know what? I'm having this envision of like SpongeBob. You know the one, like there's an episode where he has abs. And I'm just like thinking, like, is that what someone's thinking of you? Because the first thing when I saw you was not SpongeBob.
No.
So I'm just going to say that right now.
Oh my gosh.
That's like actually insane.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that too is like when you have haters like that, at least you know you made it,
Dude,
right?
yeah.
Because like people only want to talk like that if you obviously have something that they don't have.
Jealousy,
and it's usually like keyboard
baby.
warriors, and they probably have like a 6-pack and probably drink a 6-pack every day. So let's get real.
Yeah.
Jealousy. That's it.
Yeah,
like, it's
100%.
So what's like the meanest comment that you've ever had? SpongeBob?
I mean, that one just stung because I could see it myself. But I mean, I've heard it all. She's so annoying. She never shuts up about her abs. You wouldn't shut up either if you had abs. I'm sorry.
No.
Dude,
I don't shut up.
100
I don't shut up, and they're about your abs, so I can't even imagine if I had my own. Like,
I would not shut up. If I had abs.
Yeah, no. If
I had abs, I would not. I would honestly probably just wear a bralette all the time.
Yeah. I just like, hi, I'm Maddie, and here's Matt.
Like as it is, like I only got like the oblique line. And I'm like, and I still only wear a bralette all the time. I'm like, that's what I only wear.
You have a booty.
But if I had that ab,
that ab and your booty, I'd be like, whoa. Whoa.
God can only give us so much,
So, like, I'm sure you get, like, 1 million DMs a day. Like, probably.
Mm-hmm.
What's, like, the weirdest DM you've ever got? Like, somebody, like, requesting, like, weird stuff or anything?
Yeah, I think it was in the summer, someone was like, I will pay you like however much if you just mail me your gym shorts.
Oh.
Sir.
Wait, how much? How much? I gotta know.
I don't even remember how much because I just saw it and I was like, ew. Block.
Because there's like actual like websites where like you can like sell your undies and things and like people like actually like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Disgusting.
My gym shorts.
You're like, and it was like specific. It was like the pink ones with the scrunch. I was like, okay.
Like, first of all, those are my favorite. You don't get those, sir. Second of all, absolutely not.
Like, you wanted the ones that were really up there.
Yeah, like he's like the ones that are scrunched up your butt. Like, yes, give me those.
Literally.
Do you have like currently any paid partnerships outside of those nasty like?
Right now I work with 2 companies. I work with Young LA and Rise, but it's just commission. So like if someone uses my code, then I'll make a sale. But I honestly, coaching is really what I want to focus on because when I'm working with these companies, it's hard for me to, then I lose like my focus on like promoting the coaching, which is what I want to do.
Yeah, it's your passion and you care about your clients and like that's like your number one thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of like, I mean, like you're in the industry. Like I know that like partnerships, even like for our podcast, like, you know what I'm saying? And sponsorships and stuff is like huge. Do you have any friends that like what's the most that you've ever heard of somebody getting on like a sponsorship?
Well,
or a partnership? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, sponsorship, partnership.
I know for me, well, it's kind of a different situation, but back in November of 2023, TikTok Shop was like a new thing. And so they were doing these crazy deals. So the supplement company I work with, Rise, there was such a huge discount. You get the protein for like $11.
What?
So what I would do is I would like post about it. I'd be like, guys, protein powder is $11 right now, which is insane.
It's actually insane because it's like way more than that. It's like the cheapest I've ever heard.
Yeah. So I was just pumping these videos out because if someone bought it, then I would get a commission. And these videos were getting like millions of views. So in 1 month, I made 30,000 just off of protein powder.
Off $11 protein powder.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Legit. That's legit.
It was the best month of my life.
Yeah, you're like, woo!
Yeah.
Dude, but you just, I mean, you didn't even have. Like,
inside joke, you're throwing protein powder everywhere.
Yeah, and then I went and threw it everywhere.
It's okay. It's $11. It's fine. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
I know.
Is that like the industry standard? Like usually? Like do people usually make that much?
No, that was just a crazy like Black Friday sale and I just was pumping those videos. I made like 3 a day because what I would do is I would flex my abs and be like, guys, this protein that I take is $11 right now. And then I would show the protein.
And you're like, I'm not lying. This is literally what I do.
Yeah. And then I think just showing also what I looked like just made them want to buy it too. Because they're like, oh, I mean, obviously that protein was not going to give them abs. But
but it's something that you use to like.
You could work towards it.
Yeah. And I use it every day. So.
Dang, girl.
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
But then it was never like that again. It was only that 1 month.
Yeah, you're like, so, okay, like, you were 2023, right? Is that what you said?
I was 19 or 20?
Yeah.
Or I think I was 20.
So do you ever get, like, criticism for your age in the industry? Like, oh, like, you're too young to, like, know, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you are young.
In the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have had people, like, when I would post myself partying, they'd be like, who would want a party girl as their coach? And in my opinion, okay, I see what they're saying, but I would want my coach to, like, show me how I can, like, drink and still, like, be shredded. And a lot of girls, like, they sign up with me because they know, like, okay, she does go buck wild on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just living this, like, super disciplined lifestyle all the time. Like,
you're living.
Yeah.
You're living.
And you should. Actually, you have balance.
I really love that because there's a lot of trainers out there that you only see black and white.
Yeah.
It's very much so like if you don't eat this, if you don't do this, if you don't work out 5-6 times a week, you're not going to get the results. If you have 1 tequila on the rocks, God forbid, you're going to like never going to get there. So I actually really enjoy that. And that's probably why a lot of women seek you out because we know we like to like go to brunch with the girls.
Well, and you have to live a life, like unless you're like doing competitions for like your like for your job, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's got to be times on the weekend where like you're going to go out with friends. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm not going to eat like every single time, or I'm not going to drink or whatever.
Yeah. And that's why I didn't want to compete, because at first I wanted to. And then when I like kind of realized how disciplined you really have to be and you can't ever drink, I was just like, I don't want to have that. Like, I don't want to not be able to go out if I want to go out.
Yeah.
So
what's your drink of choice?
I usually do like a tequila soda, and I'll put like a Crystal Light packet in there. It's
Okay.
like 10 calories. It makes it like a little like lemonade flavor. It's so good.
I love all her like she gives like
there's like
tips and tricks. Like when she seriously, she does. She was like, by the way, you do never, I remember I won't forget, you were like, you never go to the bar hungry, because then and you always prep food for after the bar. And it's so true, because she was like, you're gonna be like hungry after the bar and you don't want to go to McDonald's, like you want to eat.
Let's get real. I've definitely ordered Taco Bell at 2 a.m.
I've definitely gone to McDonald's.
Definitely ordered that.
Yes.
There's been times where I've ordered it and then I wake up in the next morning and like the package is like still out there outside of my doorstep. I didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't do it. Like, I'm not going to eat it this morning, but thank you. Like, it didn't work out.
Yeah. I always have like steak or potatoes like ready to go. And there was, the other night I went out with my friends and, we came home. I don't know. Next morning we wake up and I was so hungry. So I was like, ooh, I have my steak prepped. I open it empty. And I was like, what? And then my friend Priscilla was like, Logan, you were like messing that up last night when we got home. You were devouring that steak. I was like, I have no memory of doing that, but I'm proud of myself for being locked in even when I'm not there.
Yeah, you're like, I wasn't even like totally aware, but I ate that steak.
She's like,
I hit my macros. I am good. That's so
as far as like, I kind of want to like circle it back to like the troll situation. Do you ever get like creeps? Because I know we talked about trolls, you get hate, but like what about like the creeper dudes? Because like they're out there, dude, and they're nasty.
Especially like with your hot ass.
Yeah, I'm like, do they like creep on you, send you the DMs?
Yeah, I've gotten nasty stuff.
Yeah.
But the good thing is my following is 85% women.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I really don't deal with it too much. Because it's so funny. The girls who like are fitness influencers that don't talk, their following is like mostly men. But the girls who talk, men don't want to hear you talk. Like, so they see me and they're like, ooh, and then they hear me yapping and they're like, oh, no. She has a mind?
Show us your body.
She has an IQ? She has an IQ.
No, because it's so
she
true.
has thoughts.
Because I love following her. Like, it's true. Like, you really do. You give like all these like, you can tell that you're really truly passionate about what you do and you're so good at it.
She's insightful.
Like so good at it. Do you ever get like tired of having to film yourself all the time? Like I think about it like I think about this all the time actually. Because like when I get my food on the plate, girl, you know this.
I probably do. Yeah.
Like we're at dinner. I'm hungry. Yeah. I mess it up.
Dude, I'm ravenous.
Yeah, me too.
Like if the plate was edible, I would eat the plate.
We get home from work and we're both just, I text her and I'm like, the amount of food I just ate like is actually disgusting, but like I did it, right? And you're like, you make this whole meal and then you're like, this is what I made. And you're like showing it. And I'm like, oh my God, is this girl not dying? Because it's like, do you ever get tired of like having to film all the time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And it's hard because like, I don't know, so many people will comment like, oh, you're so funny, you make me laugh, you make my day.
You're hilarious.
Which is so sweet. But then I feel like if I'm not turning it on, then I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're gonna be like, why is she being boring today? Why? You know, like I get in my head.
Like, sorry, I have emotions.
I know. Can't be a comedian all the time. Sorry.
But like seriously, I mean, I can't even imagine like all the comments you get. I remember like, and it's like no matter what you do, this is like why I don't know. I appreciate you so much because you always have like a positive attitude. And because like, but no matter what you do, I feel like you get criticized. Like your comments, like you'll even like say it. You're like, I'm sorry. Like I'm human. Like, come on, Linda or whatever. And it's like, people will be like, is that all you eat? Or you'll say that you're animal based, which I love because I'm animal based too. And then like, you'll eat something like a little off and it's not, we're not competing. Like it's okay. Even though we have like a lifestyle, like, if I'm gonna eat pasta once in a while, like that's okay, and you'll do it. And people are like, "I thought you were animal based," and like freak out on her,
or they don't even know what animal based is, and they're like, "You're eating so much fruit, you're stupid." I'm like, okay, you're talking about carnivore. Like people get that mixed up.
Yep.
And and like I used to like clap back at the girl, like I would call them like Becca, okay, and like I would come at them, and then I would get attacked for that too, and they'd be like, Logan, like, you need to be classy about this. You need to stop calling out your followers. And then it's like, okay, so they can come at me and I can't defend myself. Like,
Linda can yell at you, but you're not allowed to yell at her back.
yeah.
That's actually like nuts. Like, it's a two-way street here,
You
people.
can't win, and that's
You
just
can't.
what
It's
I've
like
realized.
a lose-lose. It's a catch-22. You're gonna lose regardless.
Yeah. Do you ever, like, since you do, like, sometimes get, like, tired of filming all the time, do you take breaks from it?
Yeah, like if I'm really not in the right mindset, I'll just throw on like an audio on my video. But I like the talking videos the best. Like that's
That's
how
who
I
you
build
are.
my
'Cause you're, like,
community.
raw.
Yeah, and that's kind of how like I even got a following in the first place, was just me talking. So when I'm just throwing like a music over my video, I'm like, this isn't right.
It doesn't feel like you.
Yeah. But it's hard to always like be like bubbly and like happy when if I'm not feeling it, I don't want.
You're just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Again, you're allowed to have emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be stale sometimes, okay? Like, fuck people. You're
Apparently
allowed to be
not.
stale.
Poor thing.
Damn.
God, I can't even imagine, because like I'm stale, so like I feel like
I feel like I'm
get,
stale 98% of the time.
I would
Yeah.
be. They'd probably love watching me, actually, because that'd be like that one girl that's like, just like eating in the videos. You know what I'm saying? And I'd probably
Yeah.
have like 1 million followers because I couldn't even talk. I'd be like, oh, sorry, didn't even know
I'm
we
just
were
so
doing
hungry.
this. I was just so hungry.
I'm just so hungry.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have to ask though, since you are in the fitness industry and you're obviously really great at it, how is dating in it?
Ooh.
It's
Nitty-gritty.
not. I thought when I would okay. I used to think like once I have this amount of followers, I'm making this amount of money, I like my business is successful, like oh, like I'll get anyone I want, and like these guys still treat you like shit, and it's probably just the ones I'm meeting.
Yeah.
But no, like they don't care. They do not care how successful you are. In fact, I think it a lot of the time even might just like push them away because they see you're doing so much and they're
It's
not.
like insecure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insecure guys want to be alpha.
Yeah.
So, and when you're an alpha female, it's hard to find somebody that
I just learned this literally yesterday. They're called beta, like beta bitches.
the girls
Those men,
or the-
those
oh,
men.
Oh,
are
like
called
they don't
beta.
want to, they are beta, but they're a bitch about it.
Like no, they pretend to be alpha. So these like guys that pretend to be alpha, but they're not, and they see
Yeah.
someone who's doing better than them, like that's a woman or something.
because an alpha
They're
should like,
basically like a beta bitch. is
yeah,
what
an
they're
alpha
called.
should be like, I love this. Like, I want you to be an alpha too. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I want to build you up too. You know, not the complete opposite. But
Yeah.
girl, I know people be sliding in your DMs because you are adorable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have had like I think the biggest celebrity was he was on Too Hot to Handle.
I remember you told me.
Who is it?
Should I
Harry?
say?
I don't know.
Wait,
No, you
is
don't
it,
have
no,
to say.
let me guess. Is it like someone who's like really like on there, like a hardcore? Is it Harry?
We can bleep it
No.
out. No, it's not Harry.
It was
Oh.
And what was so funny was so we were talking back and forth for a little bit and then it just kind of ended. And then a few months go by and my mom was at the Oppenheim party
Mhm.
and she sends me a selfie. I'm on the way. I'm literally on the way to the event. And she sends me a selfie with and I was like,
She's like, guess who? Your mom totally would do that. I'm like literally obsessed with her.
So just
Oh.
just so everybody knows, we had her mom on the podcast prior. Her name was Angela. She crazy.
She's like crazy in the best way.
In the best ways. She was her own psycho, which this is her kin. This is her kin, so that makes a lot of sense why your mom would send you that picture.
yeah. And whenever I'm acting crazy, she's like, oh, you're so me. You're so me. This is not good.
She's like, don't, you need to dial it back on the Angela.
Wait, what's the craziest thing that you've done?
Ooh. I don't.
Give it to me. I know it's right there at the top of your head. I know you said
your
it.
mom's kicking pizzas in hallways. Your mom is like literally like the stories that she tells me. I'm like, I just want to go to one of your guys' family gatherings
Same.
and just be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, the time I really crashed out was when my ex-boyfriend and I we were like talking and we told each other we weren't going to talk to anyone else.
okay,
So
okay, so you had it. Yeah,
It
that's
was like a mutual agreement.
yeah, we were like,
okay.
okay, so we're not going to talk to anyone else. And then I went to my brother's birthday dinner and then I come home and I'm like getting ready for bed and I get like an Amazon Prime Video receipt. It was like your purchase was successful and I was like, "What? I didn't buy a movie." And the only
Oh shit.
He used your account?
yeah.
Oh my
The only
Lord,
TV
child.
connected to like my account was the one in our old bedroom that he still lived in. And I just knew it was midnight. I'm like, who's buying a movie at midnight? So I called him and I was like, who are you with? And he was like, I just woke up. I'm like, no, you didn't. You just bought a movie, sir.
It's like The Notebook.
Yeah. And then I FaceTime him. He's in the kitchen. I'm like, so you bought a movie, fell asleep. You're in the kitchen all at the same time. Like, I'm so
I thought
confused.
you were tired. What's going on here?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming over. And he's like, no. Like, we're going to leave if you come here. And I was like, well, then I don't do what you want, but I'm coming.
We're gonna leave?
Yeah, we're going to leave. Who? So then I pull up and they're gone. There was cookies in the room, protein powder in the room. I just kind of destroyed it all.
Wait, pause. There's cookies and protein powder in the room? Like, what kind of party was this?
This story sounds familiar.
This, like, just, no, but it's just disgusting. You got cookies and protein powder?
Yeah, decide which one you want, sir.
Like, do you want to be healthy or do you
Yeah.
not?
The craziest part, though, was so when he came back in,
he just flew him up in the air. You're like, screw this.
Yeah. I was like, who was here? Here? And I like brought up this one girl that I thought it might be, and he was like, no, it wasn't her. It was this other girl. And he wouldn't tell me who, but I was like, show me a picture. Like, I just had to see it. So he shows me this photo of like this brunette. Then a few months later, and by the way, I asked him, I'm like, so what'd you tell this girl? You know?
This poor girl.
He just said like, oh,
At midnight.
I said like my ex-girlfriend is coming to pick up some clothes. You gotta go. So then I'm on my For You page months later, and I see this girl post. It's like a photo of her, and she's like, that one time, she said something like, I can't believe this one time I was at this man's house, and all of a sudden he turned to me and said, hey, my ex is coming over, you gotta go. And I was like, this sounds really specific and familiar. I look, it's the girl that I fucking asked in the first place if it was her.
Stop.
Yeah. And I was so crazy. I commented on it, but then he was like, delete that comment.
Oh my
Your
gosh.
like inner spiral psycho started going. You're like, nah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Like, you have to admit that, like, at this point, if this girl didn't know about her too, but can you imagine a guy saying that? Listen, my
and
ex
it's
is
on your
coming
For
over.
You
I'd be
page.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She's like just literally like outing herself on the For You page.
Yeah, she's like, it was me. Like, what?
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. What the heck?
Yeah.
So what'd you
So
do?
crazy. Well,
When you saw the protein powder and cookies, like, what'd you do? Make a smoothie? Like, I don't know.
he was actually I was in the bathroom and he was in my room actually when that happened. So I just came out and I was like, look what was on my For You page. And then he was just like, he had no words. I was like, leave. And then he was like, okay.
Yeah, you can't even get mad at that. He's just like, yeah, you're right. Like,
yeah,
come on, like,
the evidence is
the
right
evidence
there.
is on Instagram.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how many followers do you have on Instagram and TikTok? You have like a lot.
Instagram 104,000 and then TikTok like 220,000.
That's insane.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. TikTok could probably have like 20.
I don't even
Like,
run my own
don't
TikTok.
even go like on TikTok.
The only TikTok I watch is hers when she reposts on Instagram.
we're millennials, so we're Insta.
We're not.
We're,
Yeah,
like,
we're Insta.
Instagram.
Like, I have like obviously a company and then like my personal, so I have somebody
Same.
running that for me.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like if I got on there, I could never get off. You guys be like, where'd Maddie Shreve go? Like, TikTok got her.
She's like,
TikTok
doing-
got her. I'm like,
like the
just on
floss.
Logan's page. Like,
You guys should post.
we really need to. You're right. You give me motivation. And
my
the-
first
like,
post is
our
going to be
biggest-
protein
you
powder
wanna
and
know
cookies.
you want to know what the biggest question was that when I told people that you were on our podcast, by the way, people were pumped. Okay.
Aw.
It was, how do I get her abs? How do I get her body?
Yeah.
People
What's
wanna
the
know.
advice on that?
Okay, well,
Is it genetic?
I mean, in 8th grade, there was 2 weeks where I just ate completely healthy
Mhm.
and all my exercise was just dance and my abs were popping out. And I remember my dance teachers were like, oh my gosh, are you going to the gym or something? And I was like, no, I'm just eating clean. So I do feel like part of it is genetics. Like when I'm
Because
really
your mom does look amazing. Like your mom's
Yeah, your
body
mom is like
unreal.
gorgeous. Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
goals.
yeah. But the main thing is lifting like 3 to 4 times a week at least.
Mm-hmm.
Doing cardio. I do cardio for 30 minutes 3 times a week and then an hour 3 times a week. So it adds up to, I don't know, how much is that? Like
An hour 3 times a week, so 3 hours. So
Mhm.
5 hours?
yeah, about like 5
Ish.
hours of cardio a
Ish.
week.
Well, you're
4.5.
doing 30 minutes,
3
3 times a week.
and
That's
then,
an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then 3 hours. So 4.5 hours.
I don't know.
Y'all lost me. I'm pretty good at math, and I'm like,
So
she's
she
doing
does-
cardio 3 times a week for 30 minutes. That's an hour and a half.
Yes, and then she does another 3 hours.
Like an hour.
Oh, strength training.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no.
No, she just said she does cardio 3 times a week for 30 minutes, and then
that
3 times
so
a week for an
confusing.
hour.
Oh,
So it's
okay,
like
okay.
3 hours plus the hour and a half is 4.5 hours.
She's
There
doing
you go.
4.5 hours
Right.
of cardio.
Good lord.
Got it. Well, no, it makes sense because you
Yeah, I
guys just
know.
said 3 times a week
Yeah.
for 30 minutes. I was like, where are y'all getting 5
But,
hours
like,
from? That's
that's-
an hour and a half.
With that, it's like not everybody like has time for
Mhm.
that, you know?
Yeah.
And they're still, but with your like coaching and everything, are women still able to hit their goals when they don't have the time like to do that?
yeah.
Oh, that's a
lot
good
of,
one.
Yeah, a lot of my girls, they'll be like, I'll give them their workout plan and they'll be like, I cannot be in the gym this long. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And usually what I'll have them do is just do the weightlifting one day and then the next day do an hour of cardio. That way it just kind of like balances out. Because they
yeah,
need
but-
the cardio. Like, it's so important. I didn't start getting like super shredded until I was doing cardio every single day.
Yeah.
And also like eating, your nutrition is 80% of your results. So like you have to be eating clean. Like so many people think like, oh, I'll just work out hard. Like my stepdad, he's out here chugging tequila and eating pizza all the time.
Scott!
But he runs like crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's in pretty good shape, but I remember growing up, like my friends would be like, why does Scott he's fat, but he has abs.
He has flabs.
Like he has like a big stomach, but there's like abs on there. It's the most confusing build I've ever seen.
It's just like his abs over
Scott,
like visceral
looks
fat.
good, but he also doesn't look good. What's going on here? Like what? It's
Yeah.
tequila.
Hashtag Scott for
Yeah.
president.
Yeah. No, but that's what people say. Like they really do say like diet is key, and that's like
Yeah.
why finding somebody that like you, I just feel like all your success stories, like it's actually awesome. Just because
Mhm.
like these girls are like actually eating,
Yeah.
living a normal life, be able to go out, like have like a drink once in a while or like whatever, go to dinner and still like not feel bad about themselves and keep on track.
Yeah. Because I feel so bad. So many coaches give their girls like 1,200 calories a day. I have like a limit. Like they are not allowed to have anything under 1,600. Like because the more you eat, like you will look better, and it's so hard to teach them that at first. But
Mhm.
then they realize like, oh my gosh, I'm eating so much more. One of my clients, she's having like 2,500 calories a day, and she literally has abs.
Mhm.
Like you need to eat. You need
Yeah.
to eat. You know?
The right
It-
kind of
Especially
food.
Yeah.
if you want the results that you're having. Like if
Mhm.
you want like that lean, like that definition, like you have, like you, and you're working out that hard, you have to eat.
Yeah. And with animal based, you can just eat so much more. Like when I first started, I was eating like 2,000 a day, and now I have like 2,500 to like 2,700 a day.
Girl, you eat
What?
steak.
So for those of them that don't know what animal based is, what is that?
So on the animal based diet, you can have meat, fruit, dairy.
Avocados, right? That's
Yeah.
fruit.
Yeah, that's a fruit. But yeah, you're basically your carbs.
So no veggies.
No veggies.
Don't you eat though? You eat sweet potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet
What would be
potatoes are
or
allowed.
fruit, right? Isn't that like they kind of gauge towards fruit?
Fruit. I don't know.
Yeah, some people have it, some people don't.
I think it depends on like.
or maybe
I think,
I'm just thinking fruit because it has sweet before the potato. I don't know.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, and
Maybe.
then certain people will say like there's certain things like you can't, but like you can be like a flexible animal
Yeah, you can be
based too.
flexible with it.
Yeah, because I know
Yeah.
that like you do eat like some carbohydrates, right?
Yeah, I'll have sourdough because it's only 3 ingredients.
Yep.
But I do feel like I look the best when I'm just having the fruit from my because I get cravings. So I'm having sourdough, I do start to crave other stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of
And
opens
then
up that little like Pandora's
Yeah, and I
box
feel
to
like
like
the sweet
cheat.
potatoes are really
Yeah.
good.
I love sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
It's
they're
so
really good
good.
for you.
Something I always incorporate in mine.
That and
Yeah.
then you like what's your like sweet treat? Like you'll do like dates,
Oh,
right?
dates with like butter and cinnamon, and you heat it up. It's like a cinnamon roll. It's so good.
Wait, dates, and then you put the butter in it, and then you
Yeah.
put cinnamon, and then you just heat it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I have that at my house. I'm gonna try
Really?
it tonight.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds
So
amazing.
you know what I tried? I tried the date with the like almond butter in it. That
Yeah.
that shit was good.
That's so good.
That's so good.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm hungry. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, any advice that you would give to somebody potentially wanting to go into the fitness industry as an influencer or as a coach? Like, what advice would you give them if they wanted to start?
You just have to be yourself
Mhm.
and really put yourself out there and not care what other people think, because if you care what people think, you're not gonna make it at all. I remember when I first started, there were my neighbor, he was like I think a grade younger than me, and he had friends over one time, and they like saw me like walking into my house, and they were like, "Oh, is that Logan Polk fit? Is that Logan Polk fit?" Because it's like I think I had like maybe like
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Look at her now. Yeah, it is.
And like I got like embarrassed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like am I like embarrassing myself by posting these videos?" And like, oh my gosh, I am so glad I didn't stop, because it's like, look where I am now.
Look at you.
Because I didn't care what they were saying about me. I think it was easier though, because like I started posting around COVID time, so I wasn't around like my classmates or anything. So it was easier to like put myself out there on the internet, because it's like I knew at school if I saw them, they'd probably be like, "Oh, like what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like, you know. But not being able to see any of them, it was just nice, because I'm sure they were saying stuff, but I didn't know what they were saying.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Honestly, haters are everywhere. They're gonna be everywhere.
Haters gonna hate.
You can walk down the street and someone's probably gonna like be insecure about themselves, and it's always a projection. Yeah. So anything that people put on you is usually a projection of their own insecurity. We're at fault for that too. Sometimes.
No, it's so true.
Like, yeah.
And
be nice, people.
And I feel like you have too, like a lot of like good people in your corner. Like I know like your mom's in the industry, and she kind of like really, even though you were working at a school before, and now like you're in it, do you feel like she really helps you like get into the fitness industry and like love it?
Yeah, like seeing her be her own boss, I always wanted that life. And just seeing her, like, she would drop me off at school and be like, "I'm gonna go teach my Pilates class." So I was like, ugh, I want to be you.
I want to be you too. Speaking of you, where is she? I feel like we have a little guest.
I feel
here.
like we have a guest appearance. Is it? And she's coming in.
I'm just
abs and all. Abs and all.
Yeah, abs and all with champagne. No,
yes.
you guys are seriously like,
the cutest duo.
The thing about Logan
This is
Polk,
lifestyle. Wait, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
You can have these abs and still drink champagne.
I learned this from her.
Yes, see?
No, but the thing is, when we moved down here to Orange County and I opened Drenched OC, I told Logan, go in with me on this. You can be my partner. And she was like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. And I was like, this girl's crazy because I'm killing it down here. She would be making so much money. She's probably making more now.
Do any of like your clients, do any of them work at your mom's studio?
Yeah.
Like work out at your mom's studio?
Yeah. And
that's really cool. Like mother, like daughter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One of my instructors said I'm signing up for Logan's program. And then she texted me, so move over, Almond Mom.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. And I feel like people get like, because people know me and then they also know her, but they don't know we're connected. So there was one day I was at Drenched and I see this girl. She looked so like she had like the most gorgeous tan, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, your tan looks so good. Like, is that self tan?" And she just started freaking out. She was like, "Oh my god, Logan, I follow you. Oh my gosh!" Like, and then she couldn't even answer my question because she was just like
so a little starstruck.
And you're like, "Ma'am, where'd you get the tan?"
Yeah. And then the next day, she was in my mom's class, and then my mom was like, "Oh, so you met my daughter?" And she was like, "What?" She's like, "Logan's my daughter." And she was like, "What? Oh my gosh, this all makes sense."
Really blown.
This poor girl, you're gonna give her an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Like, good lord.
Well,
She's like,
she's had a couple girls reach out to her that are influencers as well.
I love that.
They'll say, "Oh, I saw you were at Drenched. Why don't we go take a class together?" And I said to Logan, I'm like, "Oh, did she know that I own Drenched?" And Logan goes, "Oh no, I'm gonna tell her I own Drenched."
Taking it from your mom.
But yeah, people don't realize, and then or somebody will talk to her after class, and then she'll say, "Oh, that's my mom." And
but it's so cool because like you both have built like your own empires
of
like,
fitness,
different but like together. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Like it's amazing.
I swear one day she'll come and work for me. But this is a funny story. She did take my Pilates teacher training the first day. And I go around, I make everyone teach the first day. So I'm going down the line. I'm like, "Okay, Logan." And Logan literally goes, "Mom." Like, she doesn't want to do it. I'm like, "No, Logan, everyone has to do it." And she's just like, she did it. And then we went out to dinner, I think, that night. And she goes, "So does anyone like ever quit and not come back to the second day of training?" And I was like, "No."
And she's like, "I might be the first."
And she was the first.
Oh,
she didn't come back. I couldn't.
Oh my god, Logan.
She's like, "And I'm done."
And
it's okay.
And scene.
It can be like mother, like daughter, but it doesn't always have to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No, you're writing your own recipe. Your
Yeah.
mom,
Exactly.
Your
That's
mom,
what I love.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. Your mom wrote her recipe, and now it's like time for you to kind of like spin it. You're like a 2.0 version of your
And
mom,
you're-
but in your own way.
You're killing it, girl.
And it does make me wonder, since you have built all that, if people who know me are like, oh, I bet Angela set her up for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, now you can just tell them.
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
No, she
Not
didn't.
at all.
Yeah.
She totally did not go the path I thought she would go, and she did it all on her own. I had nothing to do with her success.
And we actually heard that just like a few minutes ago when you just said that you wanted her to like come work for
I
you,
wanted
and
her
now
to
And
come
you
work
want
for
to do
me.
your
no.
own thing, girl. Look at you
Yeah.
now.
I love
I'm,
it.
I'm even like, just teach one day a week. You'll get so many more clients. And I'm like, what am I talking about? First of all, she can't even handle any more clients.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
She's like, no, I still can't handle more clients. The people that are listening to this, I can still handle more clients.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
where do you sign up?
scratch up. So, Logan, if you had like a one-liner or something to say
A mic
about
drop.
your psycho or social media people, trolls, whatever they are, what would it be?
Oh, this is a hard one.
I know what it would be for you.
What?
but
You tell me.
Angela
would
could
be
take
like-
over.
It would be like, make it make sense, Becca.
Oh, I love that one.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
it would
I
be-
loved when
it
you
would be
did
your
that.
clapbacks. That,
Yep.
like Linda, who doesn't get you, and Becky, who you know.
Just for everybody that's like probably wondering, she calls all of her trolls Becca, Linda.
Yeah,
like,
she'll get these comments
Yeah.
and she's like,
Then-
listen here, Linda, I'm a human. And it's just like so cute because you're so right. I'm like, let the girl eat. Like, let the
Yeah.
girl take a shot at
Mhm.
tequila once in a while. Like, she's human.
no one's telling
Yeah.
you
Oh.
at home
Well-
to stop eating your hot Cheetos.
Well, I'm not eating hot Cheetos, but
No,
yeah.
no,
Oh,
I'm
Becca.
Talking about Becca.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. See? I don't even know where we're at.
Like we all know, I left my Taco Bell outside. At 2
Yeah,
a.m.
right? So, okay, tell our listeners, because now they're going to want to sign up with you. They're going to want to follow you. They're going to want to be like me and be you. So, where can they find you?
My Instagram is loganpolk.fit.
Okay.
And then the coaching is just right in my bio.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
LoganPolk.fit.
Logan, we're going to literally sign up today.
Yeah.
We adore you. Thank you so much for being on our podcast. And
Thank you.
we love your mom. We can't wait to have you both back. Scott's
Well,
next.
Not only am I her mom, but I'm also her client.
Oh.
I have a workout program with her too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Although
Hey.
she sent me somebody else's. It has somebody else's name on it because I think she was sick of me asking for a workout.
Just copy and paste.
Yeah. So every time I get on the treadmill, I'm like, I'm so and so.
Yep, here we go. Hey,
I'm
bakers
Amy
can't
from
be
Connecticut.
choosers. If you're
I'll
not
take
paying
it.
for it, bakers can't be choosers.
I love it. Well, sweetie, we loved having you on.
Yeah, thanks, boo.
Thank you.
Good.